go back a bit. So yeah, so I'll just go over how do we actually perform this t-test. Okay, now let me just come back here for a moment. So let's use this flowchart. We can see how many sample sets are we comparing. Now here we are comparing only two sets. So one is the set of the readings before the diet, one is the other is the set of the readings after the diet, and here the two sets belong to the same group of people. So we should use this t-test paired two sample for means. Okay. So how do we do that? In case you don't have this data analysis option over here, so this is basically called as a data analysis tool pack. And how you actually get that is you click on file and then you click options, and you have something called as add-ins. Okay, so you click on add-ins, and you have something called as this analysis tool pack. Okay, so you just need to ensure that this add-in is present in your Excel. And once you do that, you will have this option here. So you click on this and you select this t-test paired two sample for means. Click OK, and you have something called as variable one range, which is, just click here, and this is our first variable range. Okay. You can exclude the average from the selection. You just need to select the readings, and then select the variable two range. So note here that I am selecting from C3, right? So C3 contains the headers. So I'm selecting from C3, I'm excluding the average value. And like I said here, our null hypothesis is that the difference in the means is 0. So I would say hypothesis mean difference is 0. And you have a checkbox which says labels. So like I said, I am selecting from C3. C3 actually contains the header of that column. Okay, I'm not able to scroll up. But you saw that, right? So since I have selected the labels along with my values, I will check this box which says labels, and this alpha is basically the 0.05 which we usually set, against which we compare the p-value. Okay, and I'll just say new worksheet, click on OK. So yeah, so this is what the results look like. Okay, so you have something called as means, and you have the two sets of readings. So that is the weight before diet and weight after diet. So the mean of the weight before diet is 90 kg, and the mean of the weight after diet is 85 kgs. Then you have some other parameters as well, variance, observations, Pearson correlation, everything. So you also have something called as a t-stat and t-critical. Now these values you usually get when you perform this test using a pen and paper. But here in Excel, it just shows you these values just as a part of the results. But what we have to note here is, you note this P T is less than or equal to T one tail, right? So this is what you check. So here, let me just come back to the slide for a moment. Yeah, so we are saying after doing the test, we compare this p-value and alpha, right? So what is that p-value? It is this, what we have here, this p of this one-tail distribution. And you also have something called as a two-tail distribution, which is to say, okay, let me just come back here. See, now you have the weight before diet to be 90 kg and the weight after diet to be 85 kg. Okay, you're saying that the weight has, the diet has reduced the weight. Okay, now let us imagine one more scenario where it is not exactly a diet, but people are given some kind of a medicine or a pill to reduce the weight. Okay, but there is also a chance that the pill might actually end up increasing the weight as well. So if you take the pill, you have a chance of increasing the weight or decreasing the weight. Okay, so your result can go in two directions. So it can either go in a positive direction where it increases the weight, or it can go in a negative direction where it decreases the weight. So in those kinds of situations, you check for this P of two tail. Okay, but here in this case, since we are talking about a diet, you absolutely know for sure that if I am dieting, there is no chance for me to increase the weight can only decrease. Okay, so in those kinds of situations where you're absolutely sure that the outcome is in only one particular direction, that in those situations you select this P of one tail distribution, and here this is nothing but 2.31 to 10 to the power of minus 5. Okay, so this value you have to compare with that 0.05 or the alpha. Okay, and here if you see this 2.3 into 10 power minus 5 is less than 0.05, and let me come back here. So what do we do if this p-value is less than 0.05? We reject the null hypothesis, which is basically saying that the difference in the means is statistically significant. So what does that mean in our scenario? So that's difference between 90 kg and 85 kg is statistically significant, and this basically means that the diet is really helpful in reducing the weight. Okay, so this is how you do this two sample paired t-test. So any questions here before I go over to the next type of t-test? Okay, just 5 minutes. Scenario 2. So here, this scenario 2, if you remember, we had a set of persons who had diet 1, and then we had a set of persons who had diet 2. Okay. Now we need to find out whether it is diet 1 which is helpful in reducing the weight, or diet 2 which is helpful in reducing the weight. Okay, and here also you have the means. The average weight of the people who have undergone diet 1 is 69 kgs. Average weight of the people who have undergone diet 2 is 68 kgs, 68.9 kgs. Okay, and let me go back to the flow chart here. So here also we are comparing two sets. But here the two sets belong to two different groups of people. One group of people has undergone diet 1, the other group has undergone diet 2. Okay, so in these situations what we do is we first perform this F test, 2 sample for variances. Okay, and how you do that is, again you go to this data, then you go to this data analysis, you have this F test, 2 sample for variances, click here, click OK. And similarly, you select the parameters. For the variable 1, it starts from this here, exclude the average. Similarly, for variable 2, and then you have selected the labels. Alpha is 0.05. I'll put it in a new worksheet, and this is what it basically says. Here also it gives lot of statistics it gives, which you actually get when you perform using pen and paper, but this is actually what you have to see, this p-value. Okay, so this p-value is 0.33, and the same principle applies. You check whether this p-value is less than 0.05, okay, or greater than or equal to 0.05. Okay, so here this 0.33 is less than 0.05. Okay, which 0.33 is greater than or equal to 0.05, which basically means you accept your null hypothesis, or you do not reject your null hypothesis, which means that the variance that you observe is equal. Okay, okay, let's say so if this is greater than or equal to 0.05, so in the previous case we are saying that the mean is equal if the variance, if the p-value is greater than or equal to 0.05, but here we are saying that the variances are equal. And if the variances are equal, then what is the test we should perform? We should perform this t-test 2 sample assuming equal variances. So how you do that is, when you come to this raw data here, you click on data, you click on data analysis. It's almost the same procedure. So here you have t-test assuming equal variances, assuming unequal variances. Here our p-value is greater than 0.05, so we will assume equal variances. Click OK, and same procedure. You select the variable 1 range, select the variable 2 range, hypothesize mean difference is 0. You have selected the labels. Alpha is 0.05. Put it on a new worksheet. Click OK. So here also again, so I'm dieting, so there is no chance for my weight to increase. So the weight can only go in one direction, or it can only decrease. So I will look at this p of one tail, and this p value here is, again, it is greater than 0.05, which basically means the no single diet among this diet 1 and diet 2 is effective in reducing the weight. So both the diets are kind of equal in reducing the weight. Okay, which basically means this difference that you observe between the 69.1 kgs and the 68.9 kgs is a random chance occurrence. So it is not, so this difference has not occurred particularly because of diet 2. So this 1 kg difference, you cannot say this diet 2 is the one which has been effective in reducing this 1 kg. So both the diets are equally effective. That's what you say. So yeah, that's what I had for today.